right, my 7th grade advanced class. Let's go ahead and prep for this test doing the chapter 4 review. All right, starting with number 1, I see that it says determine whether the side lengths form a triangle. This one says 16 inches, 21 inches, and 27 inches. We know the rule is the two smaller sides have to add up to bigger than the third side. So when I take 21 and 16, that gives me 37. 37 is bigger than 27. So I'm going to go with yes. It will form a triangle. All right. And the reason for that is, remember, if you have legs that are too small, all right, if these two don't add up to bigger than this third one, they'll never connect to each other. Number 2 says determine whether you construct one, many, or no triangles. An isosceles triangle with side lengths of 4 feet and 1 feet. All right, an isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides, right? So I'm going to just put 2 here. And then that would leave one side here. And they said of 4 feet and 1 feet. So we could say then that isosceles triangle with side lengths of 4 feet and 1 feet. So we know that if we had these two at 1 feet, they would not touch each other, right? If this was 4 feet and each of these were 1 feet, right? So there's no way to make another triangle there. So there has to be 1 feet and 4 feet on both of these, right? Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, forgot to put the pencil there. And 4 feet. Okay. And now we know that 1 plus 4 equals 5, which is bigger than 4. So we can only make one type of triangle this way. So my answer has to be B, one triangle. All right, let's see. C, name a pair of vertical angles. We know vertical angles are when two lines cross each other. They make angles that are opposite each other, and that creates vertical angles because they're equal, right? So let's see if we can find any vertical angles here. I'm going to say that this angle and this angle are vertical because we have two lines that are crossing each other, and that would be BAC, and I see there's a BAC here, here, and here, not here, and then EAF, and let's see, BAC, that's CAD, that's DAE, no, that wouldn't work, and EAF, there we go. So C would have to be the right answer there. Okay, let's go ahead and look at 4. Tell whether the angles are complementary. Complementary are two angles that equal 90 degrees. Remember that. Complementary is two angles that equal 90 degrees. So if they have to equal 90 degrees, there is no rule saying that they share any ray or any vertex. I just got to add these up. And I see that I've got 59. And I'm adding it to 31. And if I do that, 9 plus 1 is 0. Carry the 1. And 1 plus 5 is 6. And 6 plus 3 is 9. 90 does equal 90. So that satisfies the rules for complementary angles. Remember, this says tell whether they're complementary, supplementary, or neither. I'm going complementary. Now, supplementary angles are two angles that equal 1 or 180. These definitely didn't equal 180. And then neither would mean that these angles neither equal 90 or 180. So they had to be complementary. All right, we're going to number 5. Find the measure of the exterior angle. Exterior angle is X here. And we see this one is 8, or 38, excuse me. And this is a 90-degree angle. So now we remember our rule that all triangle measures, right, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle have to equal 180. So that means angles A plus angle B plus angle C have to equal 180. We also know the rule for straight lines is that angle A plus angle B, right? We'll just call this B, I'm sorry, have to equal 180. Okay? All right, so now when we look at this, we're realizing that if this is angle A, and you know what, I'm gonna do this a little different. Let's just say this is angle A, because this is A, B, and C. So let's say this was B, and this was C. So for my formula here, this would have to be angle B. Okay. Now, if we want to look at this closely, we could see that I'm going to change this so we don't confuse it with these angles. I'm going to change this to read angle D. Okay. It doesn't matter what we name it. I just don't want to mistake it for the two. All right. And so now I've got angle A, B, and C have to equal 180. We have angles A and D, we'll call this angle D, all right, have to equal 180 as well. So what does this tell me? Well, the thing that's in common is here, angle A. If I remove angle A, okay, and I remove my 180s, we're just going to subtract everything. Okay, we're going to, if this is 180, right, and this is 180, and I remove A from both of these sides, well, let's just go ahead and look at it. Since they both equal 180, I can say that angle A, B, and C, A plus B plus C, if they equal 180, and angle A and D equal 180, so I could put angle A and angle D. So that means they equal each other. Now I can go ahead and erase the things that are the same. I can say that angle A is the same as angle A, so I'll remove them from both sides, right? Because if I didn't, I could easily say, if I was doing math, I could say, I'm going to minus angle A from this side, since I have like terms, right? I'm going to minus angle A from this side. You see how I'm allowed to remove angle A now? And what does this give me then? Well, it tells me that angle D is equal to angle C plus angle B. And if that's true, B and C, I can add them together and they'll equal angle D. Well, angle B and C is 38 and 90. So this is 38 plus 90. That has to equal angle D. And if that's true, I can say, well, 38 and 90 is 128. So my answer must be 128. Let's see, 128 is answer D, so that must be the answer. All right, I'm going to erase this part over here, so I've got room to work number 6 now. All right, now we've got finding the sum of the interior angle measures of a polygon. For the sum, I have to remember I'm going to use my formula. The sum equals n minus 2, that's the number of sides minus 2, times 180. So the number of sides is, let's see here, we have, I'm going to start from the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can say now that this is 9 minus 2, which is 7. And now I have to take 7 times 180. I'm going to use my trusted calculator here. 7 times 180. 7 times 180 is going to equal 1,260, and that is option C. All right. Let's go ahead and look at number 7. Tell whether the triangles are similar. To see if they're similar, I need to see if they're proportional. When I look at these, I have to find out, are they going to equal each other, right? Well, I've got one angle that's 85 degrees, and I have one angle that's 85 degrees over here. That's a good start. But the rule is 2 of my angles have to be the same. Now, one of these is 64 and one is 26. And what I can remember is, since all triangles have to equal 180, I can take 85 plus 64, add them together. That's going to give me, well, that's going to be 9. And then 8 plus, that's going to be 14. Now I've got to subtract this from 180 to find out what the third angle will be. All right, and I know that's going to be, looks like 31. Right, I got 64 and 85. I added them together, and I minus them from 180. Maybe I should use the calculator to be sure here. I've got 180. First, that's 85 plus 64. That is 149. And now I'm going to take 149 and minus it from 180. That does equal 31. The number we have over here is 26. Whoa, what happened there? So that means we are not going to have, because this has to be 31, we are not going to have 2 angles in this triangle with the same measure, because this one's 64 and this is 31. That means if this is 26, this is going to be a number other than 64. So this is a no. These are not similar. Last one, find the value of x. Well, if I find the value of x, I realize that x is right here. I need to make these triangles to where they look the same. I'm going to take this triangle here and I'm going to turn it. I know it's bigger, but I'm going to turn it until, sorry about that little mess there. Let me fix that. Okay. I'm going to turn it to where this now is down here, right? Which means that C is equal to F. I know that this is a right angle, which means when I turn it, now this would be a right angle. So I know E is congruent to B. And that leaves D up here. And now I'm able to find everything because I'll know this big long one between D and F is 12. And this bottom one between E and F is 8. So now we know we're comparing 6 to 8 and X to 12. So I can say this triangle, I can make a fraction of 12 to 8, right? Big side to small. Then I'm going to take this one, X to 6. All right? We're going to cross multiply. That means I'm going to take 12 times 6. And that has to equal 8 times X. Well, 12 times 6, let's look that up. That's 72. And we're having a little hiccup again. 72 has to be equal to 8x. Now I'm going to divide 8 away from 8x to get x by itself, which means I'm going to divide 72 by 8, and that's going to give me 9. So that tells me x has to equal 9. 9 is A, so my answer has to be A. That's all of them that we have for the test, just 8 questions. I know you guys are going to do great. So practice up and be prepared. Have a great night.